Hello everyone, my name is Lesley Chiang and I'm a singer-songwriter and actress based here in Hong Kong. I was diagnosed with severe clinical depression almost 6 years ago, and it's been quite an up and down journey for me. I also battle anxiety and panic attacks. I've always been known as the happy girl. People have always commented on how happy-go-lucky, always smiling, full of energy I am. And in all honesty, I'm really good at being that. I'm really good at being that cute, smiley, lovable Lesley who's always so grateful and positive. Well, it became a little tougher to be that Lesley in 2014. I went through a pretty bad breakup, and I was just struggling through it, and at that time I thought my sadness was justified. Big breakup, loss of love, it was normal to be sad, right? Although I've been quite open with my struggle with mental illness and depression, but I've decided to share today something that I've never talked about before. But it is time to do so, because portrayals of mental health in the media is so important, and I feel like some of you may relate to my story and be reminded that you are not alone. Because within 7 months after the breakup, my sadness had turned into something much deeper and much darker. It was then that I decided to kill myself. You see, depression isn't just about feeling sad or not getting over or letting go of something. It's an illness. And every single day, my brain told me that I was a burden to the world. There was absolutely no point or use of me being on this earth, and I contributed nothing to society. It seemed like everything I did proved even more to myself that I was garbage. And just like garbage, I needed to be disposed of. It wasn't just about the breakup anymore. It was about my life being meaningless. I was bringing pain to those who loved me, and by love, of course, I use that term loosely, because anybody who claimed that they loved me was only obligated to do so because they were family or just too nice. No one could ever truly love unlovable me. I wrote out a few goodbye letters, laid them out on my table, and walked out to my balcony. I then sat down and decided to write one last song called Tonight before I leave this world. Say goodbye tonight, I'm jumping tonight, my heartbreak ends tonight. As I was writing this song, I got curious about the piano chords and if strings would go well with it, and after about an hour of singing on my balcony, I decided to go back into my house and continue writing the song. I didn't realize it then, as my mind was much too fuzzy and blurred to be truly present or conscious to what's going on, but this song had saved my life. I will, however, seriously contemplate suicide 2 more times after that within a 4-year period. It was my brother Ben that saved me those 2 other times. He felt something was up, so he made sure he stayed by my side. And it was that 3rd time when my brother said something that would help me immensely, and I don't think he even knows how significant it was. You see, when you're depressed, you are absolutely not yourself, and I was a completely different person, like some sort of dark entity. So Ben said, "I wonder if you're possessed by a ghost or something." And he went on to say how much he'd like to kick that ghost's ass for messing with his sister. We decided that night to humanize my depression. We gave it a name. And of course I couldn't pick any normal name like Bob, Mary, Katie, because what if I ever met a Bob, Mary, or Katie? I'd be like, oh my god, you're my depression. So that night, we chose the name Borat. Borat, of course, is the silliest character in the silliest movie, one of my favorites, Borat. And ever since that night, I felt that it was both easier to talk about Borat, and it also helped me visualize him more. He has a personality too. He's a pathological liar, which means every time my brain started telling me things like, I'm ugly, I'm unworthy, I'm unimportant, I know it's Borat lying to me, so I acknowledge it, and I refuse to believe it. Every time he creeped back into my life, I'd say, Borat's trying to text me again, he's sliding into my DMs. I started to treat him like that stupid ex-boyfriend that wouldn't leave. And in other words, I started to treat my depression like that stupid ex-boyfriend that wouldn't leave. And of course some days are easier, like if he's just texting me here and then. Some days are really hard, when Borat is physically there with me and I start to get deep thoughts. So on those days, I prepare for battle, and I prepare hard, and I am so badass about it. And here's the system that works for me, and I hope it works for you guys too. I work out, making sure my endorphins are in play. When you're depressed, you have no energy or ambition to go out, let alone exercise. But on those days, it helps to question yourself just how desperate you are just for those few hours break from your depression. And I know each time the answer is always, oh, so desperate. Because depression is so suffocating and painful. So work out, because 100% of the time I feel better during and afterwards, and I'm sure it will for you too, because endorphins are no joke. I treat myself well, and because I know myself well, I do everything and anything that can help me, of course in a healthy manner, to make my day just a little easier. I get a massage, because I know I love a good massage. I watch 90s movies, because I know I love film and nostalgia. I make the most delicious all-out meal for my friends, and I get all the acknowledgement and praises I love and need, because my friends and I certainly know just how important words of affirmation is to me, and the yummy food helps as well. I rest and sleep well, because I know how important quality sleep is, especially when you're at war with yourself every day. I tell my boyfriend, because what else are you supposed to do when an ex-boyfriend like Borat creeps back into your life, right? And I know my boyfriend will get his battle gear on and be the ultimate teammate. He's very good at distracting me with such things as a random challenge like stretching every day for 30 days or trying out a new baking recipe or going out hiking. People may feel ashamed to share, possibly over and over again, Borat's back, my depression is back. But if you make it into a daily routine of sharing, it becomes a very healthy norm to be conscious of each other and where our mental health is at. And that is why I have a number system with my loved ones. This is possibly the most important and useful hack, so please consider trying this if needed. I write down every day out of 10, 1 being the weakest, 10 being the apocalypse, how my A and D are, A for anxiety, D for depression. So for example today, I am a 1 out of 10 for A and a 0 out of 10 for depression. And for every day I see 0 out of 10, that's another victory. And a really great reason to acknowledge, share, and celebrate. Whether it's a small piece of chocolate or a pat on the back, celebrate it. My boyfriend is mindful that anything over a D, 4 out of 10, I'm starting to have dark thoughts. So on those days, he's aware and not only showers me with love and attention, but also reminds me to do all the other stuff that would help me, like exercising, or maybe calling my psychiatrist or talking to a trusted loved one. It's really useful to view your journey in numbers, and it's very straight to the point. Even if you don't want to talk about it, just write it down. Have an open book policy with your partner or trusted friends and family so that they can check up on your numbers anytime. Lastly, I remind myself that this too shall pass. And that goes for everyone here too. Whatever crazy stuff you're experiencing right now, it will pass and it truly does get better. I hope you guys realize how strong you are, because Borat has made me realize how fearless I've become. Every day, I'm a survivor of depression, and that just proves just how much of a strong, badass warrior princess I am. Nothing scares me anymore. I beat this illness every time it tries to kill me, and I know I can continue to stay strong, because life is just so beautiful. And once the darkness is gone and you kind of become your good old self again, life is so worth it. Globally, 1 in 4 of us will experience a mental health problem in our lifetime. So if you are struggling, you are not alone. We're all in this together. I am here with Mind HK to remind everyone that it is not wrong, shameful, or crazy to be mentally ill. It's okay not to be okay. It's easier said than done, but look at me as living proof. I am mentally ill. I battle depression. I battle daily anxiety and panic attacks. And I am still a worthy, confident, strong, inspired, and motivated woman. I am proud of my battle, and I will continue to live on proving to you guys that you can do it too, because I am here with you. So give your depression a stupid name to humanize it. Know that he's a liar. Kick his ass. Try out the number system, A for anxiety, D for depression. Rate them out of 10 because it really helps those around you too. Know that you are worth it, so treat your brains, bodies, and hearts with